Today, computing feels invisible, instant, effortless, automatic. But this feeling hides something fundamental. None of this is natural. It is built. And what was built is one of the largest invisible infrastructures in human history. Computers were not tools you used casually. They were industrial machines, entire rooms dedicated to computation. To use a computer, you prepared instructions physically. Entire rooms dedicated to computation. You submitted instructions like a manufacturing order. You waited for the machine to finish thinking. Only powerful institutions could afford computing. Banks, governments, airlines. Because computing was not software. It was infrastructure ownership. Every company still had to own computation before using it. Entire departments existed just to maintain machines, not to build products, but to keep computing alive. Then the internet arrived, and computing stopped being predictable. A single website could go from 0 users to global traffic in hours. Infrastructure couldn't respond instantly, so companies guessed the future, and most of those predictions were wrong. Machines sat idle, consuming cost without producing value. This created a paradox. Companies were paying for maximum capacity, even when demand was 0. And when demand exceeded expectation, systems collapsed. The world of computing was fragmented, but inside this fragmentation, a new idea was forming. What if computing didn't need to be owned at all? What if computing could be shared, like electricity? For the first time, computing became elastic. Capacity was no longer planned. It was something that responded. Computing stopped being a place. It became an abstraction. For the first time, a small group could operate at global scale, not because they had more machines, but because machines were no longer something they owned. Infrastructure no longer lived inside buildings. It lived behind screens. Invisible, responsive, continuous. Computing stopped being a static asset. It became a living system. But this simplicity hides a deeper structure. Computing didn't disappear, it stacked. Physical machines still exist, but they are no longer the thing you interact with. Software stopped being released. It became continuous motion. Geography stopped limiting software. A single system could serve the entire planet. And then computing entered its next phase. It stopped only executing instructions and began learning patterns. Intelligence itself became distributed across thousands of machines. But beneath this power, a dependency was forming. The world didn't decentralize computing. It reorganized it into fewer, larger systems. Control shifted upward, from individual machines to global platforms. Cost stopped being fixed. It became dynamic, living. And over time, systems stopped being portable. They became dependent. Leaving the system became harder than entering it. Even in abstraction, location still mattered. So computation began moving again, closer to where it was needed. The future is not central or distributed, it is layered. Intelligence cannot always wait for distance. The cloud is no longer a tool, it is a planetary system. A second layer of civilization now exists, one built entirely on computation. Ideas travel faster than infrastructure ever did. We no longer see systems, only results. Scale is no longer a question of size, it is a question of access. Computation has become a reflex, a planetary nervous system. Decisions are increasingly made before humans notice them. Business has become orchestration, not production. Intelligence is now infrastructure. Creation is no longer constrained by hardware. Time itself has compressed. Infrastructure defines the world. We stopped seeing the machine, so we stopped understanding its scale. What remains visible is only outcome. Every interaction hides thousands of invisible operations. Behind every click, entire systems wake up and coordinate. Cloud computing didn't just change business, it changed what a business is. From owning machines, to renting intelligence, to building on invisible civilization itself. Subscribe to Learning BizCraft for more civilization teardowns. Join the craft today.